I came to Aviv as my last hope to get better. I underwent the extensive treatment here over 12 weeks, and it's the best thing I ever did. It's been a miracle for me. My name's Matthew Robinson, and this is my Aviv story. Life before long COVID.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember because I was sick for 4 years, and I pretty much lost myself in that struggle, in that illness. I'm a university professor. I've been teaching and doing research for 27 years. I'm the author of 27 books. You know, with COVID, it really hit me hard, and I was unable to work as effectively and efficiently. I was sick for a month, just dreadfully sick. And then about a month later, you know, as I started to feel better, coming out of the original infection, I noticed that I was feeling dizzy. Over time, my dizziness got worse, and then fatigue set in. And then over time, the fatigue became my predominant symptom. This crushing, agonizing of exhaustion set in. And then I noticed in the classroom, I started suffering brain fog. And for me, that was not being able to find words, losing my train of thought, stopping in the middle of a sentence and not being able to find my way back. And this is very difficult for a university professor, as you can imagine. So it took many doctors for me to be diagnosed as long COVID, and I had about 6 faulty diagnoses before that. I was really hopeless until I found Aviv. I really was ready to give up. I was really ready to die. I didn't want to die, but I welcomed it. Every night before I went to bed, I hoped that I didn't wake up the next day. It was really that awful. And so Aviv was sort of my last hope, and that's why I came. Yeah, the pre-assessment process was fascinating. It was the most thorough physical exam I've ever had in my life, maybe that's available on the planet, really. But in particular, the SPECT scan of my brain showed these blues and greens in my brain that signify a lack of blood flow. That was the first validation that I had gotten in 4 years, that what was happening to me was a real physical illness. And to be able to see it was very validating. And it also gave me hope that we could actually do something about it and get some correction of it. I just feel absolutely amazing. I feel younger. I feel more alert. Word recognition and name recognition is something that I feel much stronger in. And my dizziness is gone. My fatigue is gone. My brain fog is gone on top of that. I just ran my first 5K. I'm tearing it up out there now. Now I'm a jogger. So I've been tracking my symptoms for about 2.5 years on a scale of 0 to 10, where 0 is no symptoms and 10 is I need to be in the hospital. When I started tracking my symptoms, I was at a level 10. It was just awful. And then by my last week in treatment, the entire week, I was symptom-free. And I've been symptom-free ever since. My wife, thankfully, stuck by my side, but she never saw me well for only about 2 weeks. And thankfully, she stayed by my side throughout my entire illness and reconnecting in my marriage and doing all the things that we talked about doing that we wanted to do before I got sick. So, for example, we're going hiking in the woods, in the mountains, climbing mountains. We're going on day trips. We're going to breweries because we both brew beer. So we're going to breweries and experimenting with new beers and trying new things. And so I'm able to finally do everything that I wanted to do before I got sick. I remember those days where I didn't have hope, where I wanted to be dead. I was that sick. And I think if I was in that mindset and someone told me about Aviv or about some miracle treatment, I don't think I would have believed them. If I were to be talking to someone in that mindset, I would want them to know that I understand, but I would also tell them there is hope. Some things work, and Aviv works. Aviv worked for me. Aviv's a miracle. Aviv has given me my life back.